Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening, man? It's your homeboy Kanye, aka Connificent. I'm back in the building today with another 8600 blog literary video for you guys pertaining to my third self-published book titled Intro of the Literary Black Sheep Pt.1. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. I'm back today to talk to y'all about what inspired me to write that book. What was my inspiration? What was I thinking? What made me come up with with that title alone? You feel me? I feel like when I was growing up as a kid, man, I could relate to the symbol and ideology of the black sheep, man, because I feel like growing up I was somewhat counted out, man. I was always underestimated. I was always doubted. I was always looked at different. I don't care what I did, no matter what positivity I try to do, no matter how hard I used to go in whatever it was that I was going hard in, I always was underestimated and labeled underrated by a lot of my peers, amongst older people, amongst people even younger than me. Like, I always was looked in that type of manner. No matter what I did, I was always seen as a black sheep, man. And I always used to go against, the grain when it came down to a lot of stuff too that was not right or that was against my principles and morals, man, as an individual. And I wanted to write something that was like close to home, bro. You feel me? So the book itself took place between August 23rd, 2016, all the way to the end of December 24th, 2017, going into almost 2018. It was a lot of moments I had in that book too that was very exciting, man. It was so fun writing that book, man. I ain't gonna lie, I had a great experience writing that book, y'all. Like, y'all just don't know, man. It was a lot of BS going on in the midst of it too, but by that time I feel like I was already into my fourth year as a literary author / writer and poet in the making. That was the book I decided to, because back in the days I really was kind of hesitant on putting my work out there and publishing it to the masses and on a broad or public scale. I ain't gonna lie, I was shy and I was very hectic and hesitant about it. But at this point, I was around 21 to 22 years old. I'm already 4 years into writing, and I'm thinking to myself, I have personally invested so much time and energy and soul as well as passion into my craft. I might as well put all of my projects and all of my life's work out here on a broad and public scale. I feel like it was far too late for me to crap out, y'all. It was, man, and there's one poem that I wrote about that within that book called Born to Lose, Living to Win. And that poem was very deep to me because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I wasn't trying to be it's like I'm not striving to be no loser, but at the same time, it's a lot of people who come from where I come from, as well as within my city that I was raised up in. They out to be winners too, man. Even though we come from lose-lose situations, but we still can make the best out of what we got and still come out on top victorious. Another poem that I wrote too within that book, it was related to the youth, called Heartless, Careless, and Reckless Youth is what I see, man. It was pretty much me speaking my perspective on what youth go through in today's times and within these screwed up societies that we living in right now, man. You feel me? And another poem I wrote was called Original, being who you are, being authentically you. And that was a representation at the time of me being around for so long, but being exposed to so much stuff at an early age, which molded my mind into where it is today. And another poem too I love that I love writing within that book, Intro to the Literary Black Sheep, was called Label the Suspect. Yes. I come from a certain past too, y'all. I'm not gonna say I was just this good kid, you know, who just had a nerdy upbringing, and I came from certain elements where, you know, that could have cost me my freedom, you know, and it was a way of me saying that even though I'm far removed from them elements, but to some people and to certain people who used to work on the law enforcement, in their eyes, I'm always going to be seen as some sort of a criminal, gangster, or a dude who used to be affiliated with people who sold, bartered, and traded guns. I'm always going to be seen in that type of manner and light to some of them. They'll never look at me as a person who moved on, who, you know what I'm saying, who have matured and grew from them elements. They'll never see me as that type of person. They're going to always see me in that type of manner or in that kind of way. I got homeboys right now that still be thinking me and my brothers and homeboys steal guns still, or know people who got guns that got them in for the low. They still think we still do that. No, we do not, bro. We been legit for years, man. Like we ain't looking back, man, for real. And the best poem that I ever wrote in that book, y'all, I love it, man. I love that poem to death. It was called Bluetopia, man. Bluetopia. Just imagine, y'all. Imagine it's like an island that you want to book a reservation for, and you want to take your mind or get away from all of the BS that's going on in the world. Take your mind and vision that you going to a beautiful but luxurious island. It's blue, man. It's blue palm trees, blue sandy beaches, man. It's like blue tropical jungles, man. I took my mind to a whole nother dimension and realm when I wrote that poem, dog. And not to mention too, blue is one of my favorite colors. Now, let's be mindful, y'all. Some people might perceive that poem, Bluetopia, to be Crip related, to like gang banging, or to people who rep a certain culture or a certain lifestyle. But I mean, whatever you perceive that poem to be, I mean, that's up to you. But for me, that's not what it represents to me, though. But some people know that back in the days, I was kind of around people who used to bang blue. So they might think, oh, he was talking about the Crips. No, I wasn't talking about the Crips. I was talking about a beautiful island, man. Something that was like very, like, you know, expressive, thoughtful, you know, that was just like beyond my, you know, imagination. I really had to take my mind to somewhere else, man, for real, when I wrote that poem, man. That was one of the most beautifulest poems. Actually, that's actually the best poem out that book that I wrote, Intro to Literary Black Sheep. It was only 9 poems in there, but that ninth poem, Bluetopia, was the most beautifulest poem that I ever wrote, bro. Or I should say, beautifulest poem that I ever wrote. It was beautiful, man. I ain't gonna hold you up on that one. Now, I haven't been marketing and promoting that third ebook, man, because I gotta go back and remaster and revise the whole entire manuscript, because there's some typos that they've made on their behalf when I submitted it in to them. Even though I perfected it just right, but they twisted up some things. Now I gotta go right back to the drawing board, y'all. That's why I haven't been marketing and promoting that ebook though. But if y'all want to still find out where you can find it at, it's on Kobo, Barnes and Nobles. I think it's on Amazon, Kindle or something like that. I think it's on one of them, dog, if I'm not mistaken. It's on some foreign digital ebook retail platforms in your country, wherever country that you're living in, as well as within the USA and Canada and Mexico. Man, if you want to go purchase you a copy of that, or you want to go see the review on that ebook, Intro to Literary Black Sheep Pt.1, you can find the reviews on this website called Reader's Favorite, as well as on I believe Kobo.com. You would just type up the author's name, Saving Watts, and that's where you will find his all of his literary content as well. I thank y'all for tuning in for this 8600 literary blog video today. Y'all be easy and stay blessed out here. Thank you.